gonna get this thing going. You know what I'm saying? I'm DJ Trouble Kid. I'm here with Marquette Wizard.
Yeah, we here.
We here, you know what I'm saying? Wizard, what we doing, man? Talk to us. Tell the people who we with, man.
Hey, yo, we got Unk in the building, man. We got, the R&B artist that is gonna be around Chicago, man. You're gonna hear from him, bro. Amazing music, man. An amazing individual as well, man. We was talking, we had a conversation before we started and stuff like that. Everything, the vibe is amazing, and he's got a lot of gems to share. Man, we got loyalty in the building, man.
Yes. Yeah. Loyalty in the building without the children.
Yeah, the right way.
Mr. R&B.
Mr. R&B in the fucking building, man. So just to start out, man, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What part of the city are you from? Like, where'd you grow up? Stuff like that.
Born and raised in Cabrini Green, Of course, everybody say the struggle is real when you're in front of projects, but born and raised in Cabrini, now reside on the south side of Chicago, low end, Just an independent artist, just been grinding for so long. You go check that video out on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I'm a great father, a man of God.
Amen.
I just believe if you don't grind, you don't shine. So that's the way I go about it.
And I could attest to that. Man, I had a very wonderful first interaction. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that are listening, we're going to take y'all back for a second, man. One day, I was about 17, 18 years old, working my little internship. We ain't got to, shout out the company, you know what I'm saying? But we will shout out the program. Shout out to Ace Mentor program because they did position me for some amazing opportunities. But one day, I'm just downtown, moseying my way through with my coworkers. We just ate lunch, and I just see these gentlemen on the side of Michigan Ave selling some music, and something about it intrigued me. And I think it was the approach. I really think it was the approach. I'm like, I feel intrigued about it. It's like, but it was something I wanted to do, man. And it was the Famous Stranger project from Paulie the Great. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was there selling them joints, man. And what was dope about it was like one was selling one CD and you was selling the other. It was like you buy one CD and the other one came around like, hey man, I got that one, man. And then come like, it was like how fast the deal came. I'm like, I can't refuse this.
Right.
Like,
they give you an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah, they gave me one of the Madison. For my people that's in Chicago that be out west, they gave me one of them Madison deals, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you roll down Madison and Pulaski, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But they gave the kid one of them deals. I said, man, I can't refuse this. And then, man, we truly been locked in since because I realized, we had a mutual acquaintance. We're going to talk about that a little later on. Mm-hmm. But what led to this journey of you becoming an R&B singer?
Man, starting in high school, I was singing, doing talent shows and stuff like that. But I was always singing. I've been singing since I was 7 years old. My first show was at the Chicago Hilton. My stepfather he was working at Chicago Hilton. They had some banquet going on or whatever. It was a big event. The first song was Boyz II Men. I was young, but when you're young, you sound good, but you don't know the words. Mm-hmm. And people, the crowd just be like, sing, boy. Yeah. So it's like, okay, after that, I'm like, I gotta take this serious. Cause they, you know what I'm saying?
They want you to go in.
Exactly, they want me to go in. So
they'll tell you to take your time, you good.
Exactly, right. To take your time, something ain't right. Exactly. Yeah, if you hear that sing, boy, that means, hey, you going all the way. So after that, like I say, it was from 7th grade, and in grammar school, singing to females, of course. They want me to sing Sweet Lady by Tyree. That was my favorite song, that joint. Then led to high school. I was doing talent shows. So I'm like, man, either I'm going to play basketball or I'm going to do some music. I chose music. And since then, I've just been singing. After high school, I found a way like, man, okay, if I ain't getting paid from this music right now, how am I going to get some money? Shout out to my man, Bullet and Cash G, MTG, Meet the Grinders. we actually went to this store called IQ store. Mm-hmm. I took a leap of faith, quit my 9 to 5 and everything. I said, look, they like, baby, go downtown and sell some music. I'm like, we can't sell no CDs, bro. Ain't nobody got CD players. I was thinking like everybody else think nowadays. Mm-hmm. I had a little 20 pack. I paid about like $7 for the 20 pack of CDs. Just wrote my autograph on it, put it in a little plastic, bagged it up like it was, some drugs or whatever.
Hey.
Go downtown. I sold all 20, but I came home with like $300 off $7. I'm like, did I make $200 or $300 off $7?
Some just fucking click right after.
It's just like,
okay,
this is better than having a 9 to 5. Shit.
Yeah.
Jackpot, you know what I'm saying? This is like a gold mine. I say, you know what? And I've been through hell doing it, like going to jail, police beat me up, like all type of shit. I've been through it all, bro. Like, but you'll never believe it till you see it. But you actually witnessed it, So.
Right. One question that I do have, because we were talking about like this hustle, this drive, like you had to get out there and you had to you had to push your shit off. So it's like what inspired that hustle, to keep going? What inspired you? What motivated you to keep going, like throughout these years as you've been, like building?
Oh man, like I said, after I made my first amount, I just kept going because I figured like I could pay my bills off this.
That was like the catalyst.
Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. So. And I was doing the math, like people that have 9 to 5s don't even make this much every 2 weeks.
Right.
And I'm making a 2 weeks check in 2 to 3 days.
Right, like afternoon or some shit.
So it's like re-up, stretch it every day.
Same concept.
But I had the mindset to say, if I got 100 pack of CDs in my backpack, I'm not going home till they gone. That was my everyday mindset.
That's a goal, yeah.
And I was just pushing it just like that. And it made me just stay strong. It's my passion. You gotta love doing this, like, because you get a million no's and a million yeses. Right. That's the mindset you gotta have. But my rebuttal game is crazy. Like, it's no telling me no.
That's a fact.
You gotta have.
I've witnessed it.
And you gotta have.
I've witnessed it in person.
You gotta do it the right.
You gotta have a hell of a mouthpiece to do what I'm doing. Yeah. And your appearance, like, you gotta dress, look appropriate. Yeah. Like, I'm in the shop every other week. I make sure I'm crispy line, everything, fresh gear, because they pay you what you look like. If you look like a bum, you're gonna get a
fact.
Yeah. If you look like a bum, you're gonna get a bum change. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, right? Because you look a lot like I'm doing the math as I'm sitting here looking at you, and I'm sitting back like black don't crack. Cause I'm sitting back like he's talking about sweet lady. I'm just sitting back doing the math. We ain't gonna throw no age out there. We ain't gonna do none of that. But let me ask you this, right? When did you realize that this is what you really was gonna do? Like, not just the hustle of it, of selling it, but also the singing, like both. When did you realize that this is like my turning point? Like, this is what I'm gonna do?
Man, like, first of all, dealing with singing is a breath of fresh air. Mm-hmm. Music is everything. Like, it changed people's lives. Mm-hmm. That's when I realized that when somebody inboxed me one day, like, bro, it was a fan of mine. Shout out to B Crop now. They from Valpo, Indiana. Met them years ago. Like, to this day, I met them when they probably like 12, 15 years old. They 21. His mother bought my album, gave it to her son. He inboxed me like, bro, this music is fire. You guys, like, I never thought it was gonna sound like this. So people always think I don't want to hear that BS. Right. The new age rap. No, I ain't knocking it, you know what I'm saying? But we bring music with substance. That's a big difference.
That's a fact.
So then with me singing, it's a big thing. Everybody think I'm a rapper when they see me at first. So once I open my mouth and start singing, people looking like, oh,
you caught them off guard. You're just like,
this guy really can sing. Mm-hmm. And what made me keep going, I signed my first titty. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was standing outside the subway on Michigan Avenue. This is crazy. It was crazy, bro. That's real talk.
That's real, though. This is real.
I was standing outside. This is real shit. I wish somebody would have recorded this at that moment. But a girl came out of the subway after I sung to her first. You know what I'm saying? She like, I gotta go on the subway get some change. So she came back out. Like, you know what? Here, I'm like, okay. Signed that John.
The man in you came out.
The man, I signed your titty.
That go a titty. I'm going to sign that titty.
But at the same time, I meet a lot of celebrities doing this stuff. Like, you never know who you run into. I done met Kim, the guy, I can't stop loving you.
Wow.
First of all, he walked past me. I say, Kim, man, I love your music. He said, you do? Sing one of my songs.
What?
He came back.
You look like challenge accepted.
Yeah, right. That's easy.
I'm from Chicago, bro. Like, we do this here.
Exactly. He had a show in Chicago. So he came back, though. It was cold as hell outside. We out there with, I got a scarf on. Police was
probably had a pelly coat. Yeah, man, you had a pelly coat?
Of course.
Scarf on. I'm scarf with the pelly coat. That's a real R&B Chicago nigga.
I'm trying to tell you.
You see what I'm saying? He got the scarf with the pelly.
He put me on his page, bro. That was a blessing. He grabbed his phone and selfie-wise, he like hit a few notes on your song. He told me to sing my song.
Ain't that?
So I hit him with a view-wop. He was like, "Oh, you nice." Put me on his page. My followers went up.
Crazy.
To the roof that night.
Man, what?
Let me also ask you this though, because you also, look wise, right? Because to be an R&B artist, to be a celebrity, right? You have to look the part.
Yeah, that's
and it's
true.
not, and it goes beyond fashion. I think it goes just health.
Right.
How have you been able to maintain your health over these years? Because when I tell you black don't crack, you look the same as when I met you.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, what's the secret?
Man.
What's the secret?
Like I said, music is a stress relief. Yeah. Walking is a good exercise, good for your brain. Because at first when I was grinding, I was just walking like from Roosevelt, I would just walk around, random people, hand in hand. But it was actually helping me lose weight at the same time, sweating and whatever. Grinding, sweating, talking, and walk from here to Oak Street. Meet all types of celebrities or whatever. So yeah, of course, drink a lot of water. And I still work out a little bit. I play basketball. That's do a little couple of drills when I ain't doing music. So yeah.
Real quick. We in the gold mine with it, so I gotta shout out to Popo. Popo, come back real quick. This the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? This is the creator. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to have a moment where we introduce Pops. Pops, me Loyalty. You know what I'm saying? I met Loyalty when I was in high school. I was working downtown at ACOM. He was selling CDs. When I bought the CD, listened to one of the tracks on there, watched the video, realized he knew Uncle Doe, who you know as. So, you know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted to make sure y'all got acquainted, but even more so, this is your first time, down here while we pod, so I just wanted to create this moment so you can see it going down. Because Pops is a huge fan of Drink Champs. He loves Drink Champs.
I watched that too, yeah.
So
let me get a percentage on my light bill too.
I got y'all, man. I got y'all, man. Look.
Got all the shit's plugged up.
Hey, man, he looking around like, man, I see lights, laptops,
microphone,
headphones. I say, okay. Taking it out. You gonna take it out my allowance?
Okay.
Nah, we gonna make sure Pop's situated, man. Shout out to Popo, man. Popo. That's the king, man. He the king on the block. He the king of the house, king of the world, man. Salute.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? The one and only Popo. But I wanted to ask, because we just spoke on the health topic, right? You say taking walks, drinking a lot of water, right? You touched on a few other things, playing basketballs, remaining physically fit, right? What are some of the things you do to maintain a voice?
I mean,
because I know some people. Oh yeah, we are drinking. Shout out to matter of fact, we're not gonna give them no shout out.
They ain't paying
us.
We need a sponsor first.
I had to nip that shit in the bud real quick. I said, whoa,
there, bud.
Thank God for tea.
Thank God for tea. We just gonna leave that there, right? We're gonna leave that there. So tea, I'm assuming, is one of the methods to maintaining the voice. But walk us through, because I'm a rap and DJ, bro.
Right.
Like outside of that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, you know, the vocal training, so to speak.
Right,
so can you walk us through, for those who may not know what that looks like?
Okay, first of all, most singers don't supposed to eat dairy products.
Oh, damn, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I gotta cut that up.
Dairy products, you know.
It's like the mucus, no?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Wait. I got a quick. How y'all eat mac and cheese for Thanksgiving then? What y'all?
hey, so you got to cheat one day.
Oh, okay.
Right. You got that cheat day.
Back to the beat.
Especially mom.
Back to the beat.
I can't turn down mom's macaroni, that Big Mac.
Bro, come on.
We told her to make 2 pans.
Oh, man.
Should have made 3.
Got the breadcrumbs on top all toasted.
Take home, you know what I'm saying? Right, this going home with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, my choir director, when I started, I was singing in church too. Of course, you know, most singers come from church or whatever, so I have a church background. She used to tell us do the "Made Me My Mo Move," all that. "Made Me My Mo Move." Do that a lot of times. Sometimes you just yell, you know, singing in the shower, stuff like that. You know,
do warm-ups and shit.
Yeah, warm-ups and stuff. Yeah, yes. That's the "Made Me My Mo Move" is part of the warm-ups. You know what I'm saying? And drink lukewarm water, not cold water. You know, that helps.
You said like tea and like other
Yeah,
shit
tea,
too?
water. Like I say, lay off on the dairy products and stuff like that, and to do your vocal warm-ups. Yeah. And you have to sing from your diet. Your singing comes from your diaphragm. My mother used to tell me I sound like I was singing through my nose. I was like, what are you saying? What that mean? You know what I'm saying? But I understand, because my choir director is like, if it don't feel good, it ain't good. And I understood what she mean by it. So singing from your diaphragm, your voice projects even more.
So
yeah.
would you say it's kind of like an experience of like just learning your body a little bit more, and like kind of how certain things function within that maybe? Another thing I did want to ask you about, we did bring up Doe, so can you speak more on your relationship with him? Like where did y'all like where'd y'all connect, and like how'd that relationship get started?
Man, I met Doughboy through Poli. They all met. It's funny how we met. It's crazy because we was with this guy back then with a group. I was with a group called Guap Getters.
Okay.
Or whatever. It was 2 guys that was rapping, and I was the singer. So we ended up meeting with this guy named Jason at his house. We had a little background party or whatever. I walked up the podium like I knew him from 20 years. What's up, bro? And the vibe was just like
right away.
Right away.
Okay.
You know, so we kicking it out the band. Doughboy had a video shoot. No More Mr. Nice Guy. It was, when I say it was cold outside and the man ain't had no shirt on. Say, bro, you can't be serious. Like, bro, like, let me get some of that you drinking, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that video shoot was No More Mr. Nice Guy. That's where I met Doughboy.
Nice.
And then, like I say, it's like everybody I meet, it'd be like the energy be already there. Like, man, you a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Are you sing about the band? Now I need you on this hook. But because everybody don't think I sing. I got the rapping appearance when you first meet me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But only till I get on the stage, I dress a little casual, you know, depending on what type of event it is. But yeah, I met him through his first video shoot, and he was like, man, you sing, I need you on the hook. That's what everybody say. Every time I meet somebody, and I tell them I sing, I need you on the hook. We ain't got too many singers. Everybody rapping.
And that's real, because my introduction to you sonically was through the hooks.
Yep.
You know, and that brings me to my next question. How did you stick to your guns in the midst of being around all the hip hop and rap artists you were around? Because you are like one of many, I can't even say many, like you were one of few R&B artists like amongst the circle, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that don't waver.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because we know a few guys that, you know, that can do it all, that can jump in all these different pockets, but you like, nah, this what I do.
Right.
This right here. And when I say this, like, and I don't, and it's not to even say that dance is a gimmick, right? But what made you stick to your guns so far in this journey?
Man, because I'm like, I'm gonna stay in my lane. Because, like I say, everybody rapping. I can rap, but I'm like, not gonna rap. I'm gonna stay in my singing. It's like with singing, it takes a lot to sing, like because it's more feeling into it. You know what I'm saying? Rappers just be like you talking, you just putting words together.
It's like a rhythm, it's a flow, but
exactly.
It's like, yeah.
But singing, you gotta know when to breathe. You gotta know to, you know, inhale, exhale, all that. it's real. You gotta know how to control your vocals.
So you say it's like a more delicate process.
Yeah, it is. It is. It takes a lot to sing. And that's why every time I meet people, like, I wish I knew how to sing. I'd be singing to every girl I walk up to. I'd be like, no, you won't. Because that'd be weird. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Then you'll just be tired.
Exactly.
Like you're probably gonna strain your voice.
Yeah.
Because first and foremost, it's a lot of women out here.
Right, exactly.
Like, everyone you walk up to on the street, like.
So yeah.
And they outnumber us.
So what it was, I just stayed. I'm like, I'm gonna stay in my lane. And then, like, every time I'm around rappers, they'll play some music, like an instrumental or whatever, and I just slowly find my way in. Cause I be on the side like, they like, do that again. They be low key listening, like, oh, he can sing. Well, I ain't even gotta let people know. I just start humming that to myself, like, They're like, oh, bro, that note right there could fit in this part.
Just
you know what?
Write
me an 8. Write me a Walter Band. 8 bars or whatever you want to fit in here. Yeah. And I just found my way. That's how I got on most of the albums. That's how I got on most of the albums. They don't even ask me. Doughboy be recording the whole section. I'm over there. Like the song we got now. Back in the day when I was young and out. I found my way on that one, just humming that. He like, Ello, I need you on the hook. I heard you.
Definition of a smooth operator.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's how I make got on all they mixtapes. Just being around them and just singing to myself. But like I'm singing to the beat. And they like, we need that. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna say this, right? Because I think that's very interesting. Because it's like, it's almost kind of the opposite for us in the hip hop and rap arena, because it's almost like if you're in the studio, you're not getting on the shit unless your shit is the
Fire,
shit.
exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you could be in the background rapping your ass off.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, hibbity dibbity 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 top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga be like,
nah, we don't need that.
nah, fam.
That shit don't fit. You gotta read the room.
Yeah. So, and I think also too, man, like, what makes that special is that, like, I think that balance is necessary. I think that shit is, like, very necessary, because I feel like, and I think that's what's also separated the music that's come out of y'all, that's come from y'all, from what came from everybody else, because hip hop went through a period recently, and it's still going through it. Where like it's always going through it, if we being honest, where everybody's trying to do everything. Like, I even have records where I'm like, you know, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna turn my tune on, baby. Right. Like, get my verb right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's different. It's nothing like having the voice. It's nothing like having that voice, man. And I just want to say salute to you, because you stuck to your guns this journey, man. And not only that, man, but you came back with a record. Pulled up on me with a record.
Not just any record.
Not just any record, right? So I just want to give y'all some insight. I'm about to another story time with DJ Trouble Kid. You know, this is to flash forward, right? I'm now an adult, man. You know, I'm DJing. I'm at the W Hideaway Lounge. Shout out Kiba. You know what I mean? Shout out the whole weekend crew. Y'all know what we do up there. I've been, you know, I used to send out these flood text messages with, you know, the flyers, the details, you know, and one particular Saturday, I'm just like, hey, I'm coming through. And he did just that, you know, and he didn't walk in with a crowd or any of that. He literally just pulled up by himself. You know what I'm saying? Got himself a drink. And while I'm DJing, I just get an airdrop notification. And I knew who it was from. I just knew who it was from. And I was like, you know something? I don't normally do this, but I know who it's from. And what was the beautiful part about it was, mind you, I'm mid-bar, mid-DJ set. I'm just play this shit. Like, man, shit, he in the building, why not? Like, never heard the song before. Right. That shit couldn't have been, it could have been an unmastered. I'm playing it, though, because who it is. Right. Man, look. Moments later, this man was performing a damn record. For the second time. In the same night. By popular demand. I need you to talk to me about this Blazer record, man. Where did that come from? What inspired this record, man?
It's funny you asked that question because, no, I'm the guy that's, now when I'm around the groups, around the rappers, like when there's negative energy, I try to build it. Make everybody laugh. I'm silly. It's always have my silly time with the guy that make people laugh. So we was just in the studio. Shout out to Katie Young Cocky. He mixed and mastered it.
Musical genius recorders.
Musical genius.
Yep, musical genius.
Shout out to the genius himself.
So the whole gang was there, me, Doughboy, Poli, Katie. I'm joking around. I'm like, man, bro, one day I'm a fuck a chick in my blazer. They like, Elder, what you just say? I said, I'm gonna have my Timberlands on with the long socks, and I'm gonna put my blazer on, and I'm gonna have sex in my blazer with a chick, and she gonna have her shit on too. So he like, so Poli started laughing, like, he like, you always saying silly shit. Well, yo, that's funny as hell. They down laughing. Everybody down laughing. I said, I got a beat. Put this beat on. So I'm like, okay. Katie like, you finna make a song about fucking in the fucking chicken? I said, yeah, I'm finna make a song about fucking in the blazer. Katie put the beat on, I'm just, I kept saying, blazer. But I wasn't putting nothing to it. I just kept saying, blazer. Like, damn, I'm stuck. So Katie like, fuck it, bro, don't write. Because when you write, you're thinking about it too long. He said, just come here, sit down. I sat down, and I was just punching in. And this shit came like that. So we sitting there, so Katie listened to it, he ain't got it playing out loud. Katie like, bro, this is the fucking hit record. And Charlie was like, this is a hit record. That's my favorite song already. I'm like, what?
It's crazy how that shit go.
But let me break this down for y'all too, right? Because a lot of people don't know what those sessions be like. First and foremost, bring your damn lungs.
Yeah.
And bring an extra one if you got it. Because they will smoke your ass under the table.
Yes, they will.
And if you can't smoke, I pray you know how to roll some weed.
What?
And if you don't, you will learn.
You gotta do something.
You gonna learn, bro. You gonna learn. You gotta know, because that's really the energy, bro. You have to do something. There's no just sitting around. You gotta add to the vibe some way, somehow.
Everybody doing something.
Even if you sitting playing a video game and you relaxing yourself, like, that's really how these sessions go. Like, everybody has to add to the vibe and maintain the vibe, right? And we also know how funny these sessions could be because the jokes that are cracked.
Yeah, right.
Like, because everybody's a fucking comic and they own, like, y'all got to realize how creative we have to be to make the music. So in the process of making this shit, we be cracking fucking joke. Like, but like you say, that's how these records come about sometimes. But look, you want to know how I knew it was a hit? And I really didn't have a concern once it was played. And those who work with Katie Young Cocky will vouch for this. Your shit is not a hit if you do not have musical genius on. If that tag is not on your record,
you're right.
If you don't hear that shit on your record, keep swinging, my brother.
Right.
But once I heard that, I'm like, at the beginning, that was the first thing I heard. I say, shit. Katie went wrong, brother.
Right. Yeah.
How has it felt for you to see how this track has been able to affect people in real time? Because you actually out here, you working the DJs right now. Like, you really out here working this record, you know what I mean? And really getting in front of the people and pushing it. And, you know, and again, that's why I didn't have a problem playing the record as a DJ, because I'm just sitting back like, yo, Unc really respects the process. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Really respecting the process, getting before the DJ. A lot of people think they could just skip us, which I respect, because the way social media is, the way resources are, is like everybody could do everything. So I get it. Right. But you're actually taking the time to pull up and connect and build relationships and perform and all these things. So how has it been for you to see how this record has performed, and, you know, how has it felt for you as an artist to see how your record is touching people in real time?
Man, it's truly a blessing, because, like you say, how I brought the track to you, I did that one day at Club Hugh. Random. Walk in there, it was a nice crowd.
Because Hugh be busting.
Yeah, Hugh be busting.
You know.
Yeah.
Hugh be busting.
What's my band? Malhouse on the Spinners. Another great supporter. When he met me, the first time I performed, downtown somewhere. He was like, "Oh, you got it." He respected from there. Cause I don't just sing, I entertain you. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can just stand there and sing at the microphone, but the people want to be entertained, get their money worth. But yeah,
Point and reach.
all that. I'm gonna give you eye contact. You gonna feel me when I'm singing to you.
Everything
you know
but dance.
Exactly. I could do that, but it's certain songs you gotta.
Yeah, some songs.
Every song you can't get your Chris Brown on.
That's a fact.
But what I say, Malhouse was there. He like, LO in the building. Don't nobody know who LO is right now. Shout out to my man LO. I'm just like, humble at the bar, sipping. He like, come here.
Oh God.
He like, come here.
I know you.
I know you. Send me some music. I sent to the Blazer. He like, I got you. Play it. I like, I don't say that. You don't want to tell people who it is because they get to hating on you. You know how that go. I don't want to vibe. I said, just play it whenever you're ready. When it's perfect timing. He was playing all R&B joints. He mixed that joint in so smooth. All you hear, musical Blazer. So I'm just vibing. I'm vibing. I'm looking around. Females like, oh shit, they dancing on each other. I'm like, yeah. I'm seeing everybody's face expression. And that's the one. He brought it right back.
Got to, every time.
He said, I had to bring that back.
Every time.
And after that, he was like, man, that's a hit. That's unreleased. That song actually going on my album.
And
I gotta say this, man. Like, I just respect it. I just respect the hustle, the process, man. Because again, like, you've been doing this shit for some time.
Yeah.
And you still pushing forward. You still going. You still getting out here. I remember another day in the summer I'm just casually going to the beach.
Yeah, I remember that day.
And I had, what I'm saying, I had the purple V's on me, what I'm saying? If you know, you know what I'm saying? But I had copped some snacks before I got to the beach. And I'm just like, man, I seen Unc on the side. I say, man, hey, man, grab some of these Pringles, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you need, man? I like to say, get what you want, man.
Right.
Like, because I see you out here grinding, man, and it's like, you just got to add to it instead of trying to take it away. Like, how soon will it be before we get this album? Because you just snuck something in that I didn't even know about. You just said, that's going on my album.
Yeah, yeah.
So how soon before we see you out here with your album?
I'm gonna drop it probably top of the year.
Top of the
year. I'm prime time. So when that song come out.
Top of the year. So by the time y'all be listening to this, the people can expect some new music from you.
Yeah.
On all DSPs.
I want to do some real promo for this joint. Like when I say you're gonna see me, you're gonna see loyalty everywhere. This the joint. This album it's telling me this album I cried on some songs on this album. Like you gonna really feel me on this joint.
How many songs you got on the album?
It's actually an EP.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody's attention span is not, you know what I'm saying?
It's not what it used to be.
So you got to give them 6 to 8 songs. Bam, R&B, straight me. I probably have a couple of features. The guys.
Right.
Do you have a title for it yet?
Nope.
So we get, hey man, we get some fresh,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's fresh heat.
Fresh off the press, baby. We get some new news.
People telling me I should just put my name on it, just instead of saying loyalty, just put me as a gentleman. I'm like, I can go many ways with it, but I want this. Actually, this is gonna be the one. Like, be the one. Cause I've been doing so many features. Like I said, I'm on everybody's album. Everybody like, man, we waiting on you. We want to hear all loyalty. I got you. Because every song, every feature I'm on, people running that back. Like, he makes this song. He makes this song. Like I said, I was with a group at first. I had to go solo. Because, stuff don't start.
Yeah. So I know we spoke about the group, but how long were you in the group for?
Man, for some years. Like I said, it was called the Guap Getters. I had an album called we had a mixtape called No Chaser. And 100 Proof. And after them 2 joints, we done sold over 100,000 copies of those. That's big facts. State to state, hand to hand.
Beautiful.
Independently. Yes. We could go to the record labels like, hey, I sold 1 million copies.
It's a different kind of grind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 10 toes down without a frown. But yeah, I've been to the group like years. I was with that group probably about 5 years straight. Until I started seeing, like, when we started doing good shows and the crowd reaction, like, they like, nah, bro, you got to go solo. I'm like, I'm trying to be loyal, you know what I'm saying, to the squad, but
No pun intended.
Exactly, no pun intended. I'm trying to be loyal. My name loyalties, I'm going to stay loyal, you know what I'm saying? So they got to stick with it. So, you know, sometimes when you branch off, more blessings come, you know? Mm-hmm. And when I went solo, it's been lovely.
Went solo on that ass.
Right, exactly. Facts, right.
So, speaking on being in a group and, like, you know, just being around people and, like, you know, navigating that, like, what can you say for an up-and-coming R&B artist? Like, what kind of advice could you give them, or, like, how to navigate this, or, you know, just any kind of tips that you can share?
Man, I would say keep a backup plan. You never know when something goes sideways, you know what I'm saying? Like most groups don't make it all, you know, survive a long time. It ain't like we Boyz II Men, we all singing on the same accord. So it's like I said, you always got to have a backup plan. Stay focused, you know what I'm saying? Grind. You got to be that guy that's out grind everybody. Like, I'm a singer. They think most rappers are gonna be outside selling albums hand to hand. Like, I probably done sold, like, I can say I did. Over 100, I'm telling you, I done sold so many albums, it's crazy.
It's a fact.
Like I said, my bros, I was selling my bros, my face not even on the album. And I'm just selling them joints. It's me. Hey, okay, going right in their pocket.
Hey, I'm telling y'all too, and the mouthpiece, this man, like, y'all gotta realize this is the Miyagi of, like, hand-to-hand sales. It's not, you gotta see it in person. Like, it's literally a sight to see. Because you sit back like, how's he
selling that?
And it's like, you literally like the model for, because we was down in Nashville on Broadway. You dig what I'm saying? And Doe took me back. You know, he took me back and he was like, nah, man, this what me and Elo went. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was showing me the way, because that was the first time I had done that in years. Mm-hmm. Actually, that was the first time I sold CDs, because I normally would just, man, can you just take it, listen to it? So this is the first time I actually was out there, and then it was, man, something just came over me. It was like, yo, energy traveled down. I summoned my inner loyalty, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to moving them things, man. And like you said, it was just that mentality of, like, yo, we got to come, like, this shit got to stay here. You know, meaning, like, we not trying to go home with anything. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But what I could also say too is we technically failed with that, you know, but it was a lesson in that. Right? Because we were able to sell. We made some sales, right? Mm-hmm. So we were successful in making and doing that, right? But it was just the reality that you have to have a game plan. Mm-hmm. Like you say, you have to have a strategy and a game plan. And I think one of the things we learned was that we could do things on the fly, but it's that much better when you got the game plan, like, already locked in. Because I'm telling you, we literally just hit the road. We didn't know what hotel we was about to stay at. We literally, after work, Uncle's like, I'm coming to grab you. And that was that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
sometimes you got to do it that way, though.
Facts.
Like, you just got to do it.
He only did, don't mean to cut you off, but he only did that because I took him down there for his first time.
Facts.
Facts.
And he told me about that. He told me about it.
It's close to Christmas. This was last, like, a year ago. I say, look, first of all, he didn't believe me. I told him, I say, bro, give me 50 CDs, I'm going to bring you $100 back. And he looked at me like I was crazy. I say, bro, I'm dead serious. He said, bro, you gonna really bring me $100 back? I say, yeah, bro, you my man. I love you. I love you and your kids. So you, whatever I give you, give to the kids. However you gonna do it. Pay your rent, whatever, put it to you, whatever you gotta put it to. He like, you know what, I'm putting them up for you. Gave me a 50 pack. I did this shit last week for him.
Facts. Nah.
He said, you ain't never finished thing. I went Saturday. It was a Saturday.
He said you just pulled up on him like, he's, because man, it was talking about it. He said it was out the blue. You just hit him like, hey, man, I got some bread for you.
Yeah. He dropped a 50 pack off at my job that Friday. I say, bro, I'm going downtown Saturday, gonna sell this 50 pack. I'm gonna bring you $100 back. So that's $2 an album. But you know, I probably went across the head. He can't count that part. You know what I'm saying? But
You
yeah.
can't. You know what I'm
But here you
saying?
go, dope boy. He like, damn.
He did that allegedly.
Yeah,
This is allegedly. You know what I'm saying? All this is allegedly. You know what I'm saying? For those that are listening,
It's God's hands.
you know what I'm saying? God's hands, right? This is God's work. We're doing God's work, all in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
But I want to ask you this. What do you have to say for yourself, your 10-year, excuse me, we just got interrupted by a notification, excuse me. But what do you have to say to yourself 10 years from now?
Man, 10 years. I would say before 10 years, I'm going to be rich soon.
Talk to your 10-year self. I want you to take this moment
I'ma be rich
and talk to
soon.
your 10-year self.
Right,
This is a moment for you to manifest, and I want you to like really take advantage of this opportunity and really put it out there. 10 years from now, what do you have to say to you?
I know my mother going to be in the house by me. That's going to be all off units. Kids going to be well taken care of. I'm definitely going to be rich. Of course, I'm going to have me a house. And whoever my significant other, we all going to be on the same page. I'm going to be healthy. And I'm just going to keep striving for greatness. And I'm never going to give up on my passion, because singing going to always be in me. So I'm just going to stay independent, you know.
Got to keep God first in everything we do. That has been our time. It has been my absolute pleasure to sit here and just have this conversation and really just break bread with you, Unc. You know what I'm saying? This has been long overdue for us.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And all the guys everybody got to come sit down, man. I try to make it my business to have these moments with everybody, because first and foremost, man, life is what you make it. I'm not going to say it short. Life is what you make it.
Right.
And we are blessed to be, before one another, not just in the space of music, but in the space of life. And I'm glad that you took time out of your day to come sit with us, parlay with us, and really come through and fuck with us, man. We wish you nothing but the best on this journey. Not only of just rolling out this single, but rolling out this EP. You know what I'm saying? By the time this thing is out there, this podcast episode will be out. Your music will be out.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited to hear it. I'm excited to see this evolution for you as a man, as an artist, as a father first. You know what I'm saying? Because your kids, everybody's about to go on this journey with you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like the beauty that we've been able to see through all of this is just to watch the lights that are able to, to watch the seeds kind of grow. Because that's what you're doing. You planted a lot of seeds, man, and as time progresses, we about to watch them grow, man. And I just look forward to just watching the seeds you've planted grow for you. You know what I mean? And
Blessings.
so with all that being said, we thank y'all. We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Please come back and see us. Yeah. Come back and see us. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't going to be the first time.
Right.
This ain't going to be the last time. This is the first time, but it ain't going to be the last time, And you've made history again. So I say that because you're the first artist that I've ever had perform with me at the W Hideaway Lounge, right? But you're also the first R&B artist that we've ever had on this podcast.
Blessings.
So you've man, continue to make your history and you continue to write your story.
Yes,
Don't let nobody else write your narrative.
You're right.
It's your story and it's your time, it's your moment. I'm looking forward to watching you live in it and take it on. So do you have any final shout outs before we get out of here? Anybody you want to, shout out? Any, organizations or your clothing line, whatever. This is your moment. I want to
say thank God first. Shout out to my beautiful mother that raised me. Mama, right. She got me in the good position that I am now, you know what I'm saying? My family, of course, brothers and sisters. My guys, Paulie the Great, Doughboy.
The guys.
MTG. Everybody, man. I just think that all my supporters, because without y'all, wouldn't be no loyalty. Like I said, I'm going to continue to grind. I'll go by the motto, you don't grind, you don't shine. And it's all off units. You can go follow me on Instagram at R&B_loyalty. The EP is coming soon. I got a single called Blazer, and that shit is fire. God bless.
I could vouch. And just like that, we out. Ho.
Peace.